welcome to Mickey Art. Yay! Whoop, 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 whoop. We are on day 1 of our 14 days of Patreon live stream. Whoop, whoop. So I have on my camera over here some of my lovely Patreons. If you are a patron and you totally forgot and you're seeing this and going, oops, head on over to Patreon and get the link. The link will be the same all 14 days, so jump on in. And if you want to join us, come play with us, go to my website with Patreon at the end of it, and it will take you to my Patreon page. It's only $10 US for the month and per month, but if you join this month, you will still be able to use the link when we roll into April, because I'm not going to change the Zoom link that we use. So you only have to sign up, pay for the once, and you're good to go. You can quit at any time after that once you've got the link. So why not stay and support me? I'm very, very grateful for those of you that do. It goes a long way towards my paints. I've actually been able to stock up and be prepared for this lockdown. So the reason for this 14 days of live stream with me is we're in lockdown. How's it get any better than that? How much fun can we have in lockdown is my question that I'm asking everybody I come across. So pop in the comments the thoughts of things that you've got planned for lockdown that's going to keep you happy, joyful, and having fun. So the girls have come up with a plan of attack. We're painting on a 16 by 20 inch canvas, which I have already put my pins underneath just to hold it up off the ground. We are using the gravy jug, bum, bum, bum. And we're going to do a traveling ring pour using the sandwich pour technique. So for that we are going to need some of my house paint. For those of you who are wondering how I mix my paints, I use Floetrol and water. With the house paint I add some PVA, and in the link in the description below will be a link to a video where I go over all of that, so please go find that. So what colours have they chosen to go with this? We've got our beautiful violet purple, which looks like black at this light. If I open the curtains and have more natural light, I've got blinding sunshine with shadows all over the place, so I apologise for the lighting. It's morning time. We've got turquoise, which as my mom looks like blue, and we've got silver. Now, when I said, are we doing silicone in any of these, we had a big conversation about whether we'd ever done silicone in a metallic. And none of us could remember a time when we have, so we're going to test it. I'm just going to put silicone in the pot with the silver and use that. I use Durex Play Perfect Glide Personal Lubricant, but this is, the reason I use this one is it's 100% dimethicone. They have another one which is not. It's got aloe vera and all sorts of yummy things for your skin, but I'm not putting this on my skin. So, dimethicone. Dun, 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 dun. So, it's not just any personal lube, as far as I'm aware. I've only ever used this one, to be honest. But you're looking for the dimethicone in the personal lube if you're going to use that. So, in a small amount of paint like this, I only need a couple of drips, 1, 2, and then we stir, stir, stir. But don't stir so much that you emulsify it. Basically what I've found is if you stir it like this, that's fine. But once you start adding water to try and thin your paint down, you're stirring so much that it becomes a totally different kettle of fish. And you end up with either such tiny cells that you can't see them or none at all. So, sandwich pour. Who knows what a sandwich pour is? A sandwich is where you've got 2 bits of bread with a filling in the middle, right? So that's basically what a sandwich pour is. You put in some white, then you put your colours on, and then you put some more white on top.
Oh, okay. Somebody mentioned it the other day, and I was like, I can't remember what that is.
Oh, got it. All right, so let's go, baby, let's go. We've got our white. Let's put in some silver with silicon, some turquoise. Oh, my hand's covering it. Sorry, guys. I like a big fat sandwich with lots of filling. And as you can see, I'm pouring from quite high, so it's actually becoming a bit of a dirty pour. So there's our purple. And let's put a little bit more white in there. Just to prove that, look, it is really a sandwich. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. So the next thing some of you are saying is, what's a travelling ring pour? Well, you've seen a ring pour, and that's where we just pour in one place in little rings like this and just let it spread. A travelling ring pour is where you don't have to be so solid in the shoulders, and you can just move around, still doing your little circles, dance around the canvas a bit, have a bit of fun. So should we do the cha-cha? Should we do a waltz? Should we do a quick step? What sort of dance around the canvas should we do, girls? A paso doble. Oh, yeah, baby. Bring on the Latin American yum yum. Oh, the paso doble is a lot of like, it's almost tango-ish. Actually, paso doble is a very set pattern. Oh, dredging up the memory banks now. I was 17 last time I did the 16 last time I did the paso doble. Anyway, I did ballroom and Latin American lessons and competitions when I was a teen. Loved it. Got to get dressed up in all these fancy dresses and stuff. It was really cool.
And it's bloody good exercise too, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god, we've got colour straight off the bat. Look at this. Oh. One of the things, if you've got a gravy jug, you've got to make sure that you don't have it go over the top of the rim. And just have it coming out. Of the spout. Oh, look at that. Yum.
Oh, yummy, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum. So for those of you wondering what's happening in New Zealand, as of Wednesday, we're in lockdown. Right now it's actually Tuesday. It is Wednesday today. So as of midnight tonight, we are in 100% lockdown. Essential services and food only. And that means I have to put up with all my family staying home. And they're getting to play and I have to keep working. What's right about that I'm not getting, huh?
But your work is fun.
It is. It is a good point. Thank you. Alright. We have paint. We have lots of it. But do we have enough is always the question. Just going
For
to
a big one, I'm not sure.
Alright. Do you think we need to put some more white around the outside just to make sure we've got enough?
I'd put more colour as well.
You put more colour as well?
Can you redo the pot? It's a big canvas.
I might just pour the paint into the, just pour some white into the paint, into here, and just
and just shovel it around.
Rinse the pot, if you know what I mean.
You do.
And I'm just gonna take us on a little ring journey. Our travelling ring pour, the rings got really big.
Can I hear the tuies in the background?
No, they're not my birds.
Oh.
They're my...
okay.
They're Florida
when
birds.
I say yes, so I won't bother the rest of the family.
Do I bother people?
No.
No. Oh, good.
But there's 6 of these, so, you know, can't guarantee they'll be quiet.
Oh, so your family doesn't bother me is more to the point.
Right.
Alright, let's just get this paint out of here, then we're not wasting any paint. All the wasted paint gets to go on the cardboard underneath the painting. So, do we torch it before we pour it?
Oh, I would.
You would? Alright. First vote is in.
Want to see what comes up.
Torch it as many times as I can to see what I get.
How does it get any better than that?
I've heard a lot of people saying that they're scared of the torch, so they like to use like an embossing wand or something. So I was using it was a paint stripper one, the ones that are very hot.
Oh yeah.
And I put it down without switching it off and set a fire to the box and I put it down in. So
Oh no!
that's quite big. Yeah.
Oh.
That wasn't a good thing.
Oh, that's just.
That's just me.
You just wanted to prove that the butane torch was a better option, didn't you? Oh, that is just priceless. So just remember, guys, when you are torching, all you're doing is warming the paint, and the movement of the flame is popping any air bubbles. We're not actually got the flame down on the paint. It's just warming the paint. And there's not a lot of cells coming up there. But we only put it in the silver, but it'll be interesting to see whether those cells actually end up being silver. That's the experiment here. Whether the cells stay silver. So let me just bring this up so you guys can see. I'm actually not seeing a lot of silver in those cells. I've got black in those ones. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's solid violet.
They're cute though.
They are.
Ooh, those are nice. I like those ones.
I like these ones here.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They're so cute. having a snuggle. What I don't like is this big white blotchy bit in the middle. Much happier. Alright. Still not sure we've got enough paint. In fact, I'm quite sure we don't have enough paint.
We're gonna have to put white on the edges.
What did I do with my stick? Oh, okay. So for those of you that are new to acrylic pouring, when you tilt a big pile of paint, it kind of runs over itself. So that which is on the outside gets rolled over by that which is coming after it. So by putting the white around the outside, that will all get rolled over by the pretty stuff, and we'll end up with, hopefully, the target is pretty all over. Right, now, much more comfortable. Our cells have grown already. Let's go that way first. Corner catcher. Just want to get that colour right the way into the corner. I've just got a bit of folded up cardboard, stopping it running over the edge. I'm going to bring it all the way back to this bottom corner. Where is my silver? Oh, hubby's home. The renovation stocking has been achieved. Yes, that is a truck you can hear bringing the renovation stuff home. But that's only because we have trucks. He hasn't gone out and hired a truck just to bring home all the renovation stuff. One more corner. One of the bonuses of putting the pins underneath is it means that you've got something to hold on to when the underside starts getting slippy. You can just like put a pin between your fingers and you've got a reasonably good grip. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this.
beautiful.
It's really keeping the travelling shape, isn't it?
It is. It's great. And then I'm going to tilt it back again so that it hopefully will unstretch some of that. So if we hadn't had enough paint, I'd have been stretching, and we would have lost a lot of shape. But by having that extra white paint, yes, we've had stuff run off the edge, but we've been able to keep that. Yumminess.
Oh, it looks so much like a PowerShell. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. And I'm just sort of looking, trying to find the silver. And there is some showing through.
Okay.
But it's like, this is silver over here, and I think some of this is silver as well. I think we won't really know until it's completely dry and it's shimmering in the sunlight.
Yeah. That is very effective, as is though.
It was beautiful.
Wow.
I like the top. I don't know. I guess it's on mine. It's the top left corner with the big dark blue with the turquoise around it.
This one here.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm gonna bring you in and zoom you in and show you, because some of the ways that they've blended together, just yummy. let me rinse my hands.
That is beautiful.
I'm seeing some air bubbles. Should we retorch it?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
For those of you that heard Debbie talking about using the paint stripper gun instead of a butane torch, I have a video on my YouTube channel about where I do a comparison of different methods of doing this. So hop on over and see how that all worked out. Oddly enough, I'm still using the butane torch, so that might give you a hint as to what I found my findings to be. That's added some interesting dimension as well. Oh, I've got to show you this bit. What's going to be the... Alright, let's get you down off here. I've got to untie you from my... Sorry. Close your eyes if you're feeling sick. Alright. I've got to show you this bit first. Look at that. It looks like eyes with giant eyebrows. I think that's so cute.
It's so tiny. You can see that in that.
Yep. So this is the bit that
oh, well, look at this happening over here now. Oh my gosh.
So look at the way the colours have blended together.
Yeah.
Just love it.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
It's a great combination, that's for sure.
Oh, must be amazing people that chose these colours. Got these little ones that just popped up. They're so cute. This is one of the things I like about having the cells before you stretch and then the small ones on top after you stretch.
Yeah.
I think there's silicon and silver in those cells there. Down here.
Look at the different colours in there.
It's cool, eh? It's so pretty. That one looks like a little.
It's so pretty.
Look at that little dude down there. He's. Oh, it's so cute. See, I think there's some silver in these bands across the side. I think there's silver in these. Look at the colours in there.
Wow.
Amazing.
And just the way they're blended as well.
Yeah. This is one of the cool things when you got look at the way that's split.
Unbelievable. Below.
It's a lot more vibrant in real life. I'm sorry, the colour's just not coming through on the camera.
Oh, but it's beautiful.
And that is bizarre to me because that is not just turquoise. That's obviously turquoise, solid turquoise and solid violet mixed together because it's definitely got a turquoise tinge to the violet. You know what I mean? But it's so dark.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. Ah,
It looks like a shelf.
yeah. So, in many countries they call it oberon, abalone.
Yeah.
In New Zealand we call it power shell. That's the Maori word for it.
Yeah, I knew power shell before I knew abalone, so that's why I just almost call it a power shell even here.
Right. I think abalone is like American, and because you're a Pom who immigrated.
Yeah. For my pains, yeah.
Oh, I so love this. Love it, love it, love it.
Well, that was a successful first.
We do have some runoff. Do you guys want to have a look at the runoff and see if we can make some cabochons?
Quick, catch it before it runs away.
Doug, you're here!
You've been there all along and you've been listening.
Oh, there's somebody else there too. There he is. Nope, he turned off his speaker.
It's Doug. It's Doug. It's our gorgeous Doug.
Yeah, I did the conversion in my head, thinking it was at 4 o'clock, the time conversion. Well, and then I could have made it if it was at 4 o'clock my time, but no. At 2:30 my time, I start puppy class. Until I'm sitting in the parking lot right now.
Right.
We just got done.
Well, how often do you have puppy class? Because we can't have this happening every time.
Well, we can, but no, it's just once a week.
Just once a week. Okay,
Every
cool.
Tuesday. Not a big deal. So.
You can join us tomorrow.
Right. So Doug, just to catch you up, what we're doing is we are recording at the moment for YouTube. The way we're doing this is we all come on and have a chat and gossip and play around. I mix some paints. We come up with our plan, and then we hit record for the YouTubers. So they miss out on all the fun and all the joy, and just get the painting. So you've come in at the end when we're just doing the painting.
Now it becomes exciting for them.
have to listen to our waffle. All right, let's have a look.
I'm actually going to have to sign off, so I will see you tomorrow, though.
All right, thank you.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Bye.
That was awesome. Bye, Judith.
Run.
Bye, Doug.
Stay safe.
What's that? Oh, be safe. Yes, be safe. So just have a look around and let me know if there's anything that you guys want me to stop on and dip a cabochon into.
Ooh, dip in that big white spot.
How did I know that would happen? Just for you, Doug. Just for you.
Is there a black spot too?
No, there's no black.
There is no black. It's silver, turquoise, and purple.
All right. Where's my cabochon that I'm going to paint on?
No, don't waste the cabochon on that.
I was going to send it to you, just because I adore you. It's actually not perfect white. I'm sorry to tell you. If I zoom right in, you'll see there's actually colour in there.
Yeah, there is.
There's color like me, very subtle.
Subtle.
Oh, he's so funny.
Oh, he's a gem, this one. Oh.
See what you missed, Judith, on the other live shows?
I know, I just figured out Zoom today.
She's just finally managed to convince her that Zoom is easier than she thought it was.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you got the time right, or she puts in the right link to the right meeting, or everything is correct. It works quite slick, but
What are we seeing here? I'm nearly back to the beginning, guys. It is colourful. Oh, Glenn's making more noise.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
we'll yell at him. Tell him I said so.
Doug says to be quiet. We're having a private moment in here with Judith and the rest of the world watching.
We're having a three-way conversation here.
Judith's family won't let her come on, the rest of them, if they hear you talking like that, Doug.
What?
Well, that was pretty, that dot.
It wasn't a four. He's not included. That would make it a four-way conversation. My brain can only handle three people conversations, not four.
All right. Did any of these bits say dip a cabochon on me, guys?
On your left-hand side, that dot all by itself, surrounded by the silver and white.
This bit here.
Yeah, see the circle? No, this over.
That bit?
That one. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's tiny. It's like the size of, smaller than my fingernail.
Oh.
If I had some earring ones, I would dip one of those, but I don't. Oh, no, I do. I have an earring one. Let me do that. Blue tack on a toothpick.
It looks bigger on the screen.
It does. That's because I'm all zoomed in. Make sure it's clean.
It's beautiful. It's got all the colors in it.
It does. Not sure what you'd do with one of them. Maybe make a belly button ring. Ah! I dropped it in another one, but on the way over.
So a hitch to pull me away from the buffet.
Sorry for the delay. I don't think this cabochon wants to go on there. I dropped it in another piece. And I'm cleaning it off. It jumped out of my hand and into the rubbish bin. So what's right about this? I'm not kidding. What is it trying to tell me?
It doesn't want to do it.
Don't make me, Mommy. Don't make me. Alright, we're good to go. Now, Judith, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to wait until we do the big reveal on the YouTube of the dry pieces, but I'm pretty sure I got it.
Awesome.
So, anything else? Or is that it? Yes, no?
I can't look, I've started driving.
Okay. I will allow you to not look at the screen while you're driving, Doug. Permission granted.
Gypsy wants to get home. I don't blame her.
I'm going to go in and just get one of these really plain, interesting looking patches that's got some of this yummy blending happening. Let me bring you down. I need to reposition. Sorry. How's that?
Wow, that's pretty.
I like that one.
Me too.
And the last bit I'm going to play with is this bit, but not as it is.
I'm assuming you have silicone in some of those?
I'm only in the silver.
Oh, wow. Now it looks like Under the Sea.
Under the sea, that's what we'll be, under the sea.
It's always hot under the water. Take it from me.
I couldn't remember the words, but you always finish my sentences, Doug, because we're dodgy together. I just want those little tiny little ones. Look at this. Where am I? There.
Oh, wow. Oh, those tiny ones. That's pretty.
Well, that was fun. Fun. Is there enough paint on there to make anything on cardboard? What do you reckon? Move
Might
those.
be. Break it all around.
Get the cardboard. You'll have plenty.
Oh, yeah.
Dip the cardboard.
So, like, lay it on one edge and then just roll it to the other edge. You'll have plenty of it.
Oh, I better zoom you guys out. Sorry, you have no idea what I'm doing. Alright. My tummy's telling me I haven't had breakfast yet. Being a grumbly mess. Oh, don't fall off. That's not acceptable. Oh, paint, stay on. I got told once that I must be a man because I can't think and talk at the same time.
We can think it all at the same time. It's just rubbish.
Say that louder, I couldn't hear you though.
I said we can think and talk at the same time. It's just all rubbish, that's all.
He said, if you couldn't hear him, he said, we can think and talk at the same time, it just is, all comes out rubbish. Not so sure I'm excited about just putting the silicone in the silver. There just doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, it didn't come up.
But we'll see when it dries whether it's actually done anything of interest.
You think that's because of the metallic, or what makes it? What? Do you have any idea coming up?
Why? Yeah, probably because the metallics are heavier.
Yeah. Doug's asking, do we have any idea why the cells aren't coming up? And the silicone should rise anyway, no matter what it's in, whether the silver is left on view or whether that sinks down into the paints below it. That's what we're going to find out when we see the dry result, really.
Yeah, because every time I try to use just a single metallic, it always sinks to the bottom.
Right. There we go. It's got some pretty bits. I can definitely make 1 or 2 cards out of that. So maybe even a bookmark. Alright, my darling friends, I am going to stop record and we'll be back in 3, 2, 1 with the dry result. Well, here it is, all dry, and not much silver came out, I must say. But I really like it. It's really pretty. I love this color combination, and yeah, it's super cool. So let's go on a silver hunt. I'm trying to keep the shadow of my phone out of the way, but I just thought I'd bring you out and let you hear the birds and the sunshine. There's a tiny little bit of silver in that cell there. It just looks like a bit of grey. And again, through some of these. But down here, check out this little dude. He looks like a he looks like he's got a gas mask on to me. But as Debbie said, maybe that's just because of all the talk of having to wear masks and things. This is looking a lot more blue than turquoise. Please know it is quite a turquoise colour. Again, we've got some silver just around these little cells down here. The silver was the only one that had the silicon in it, so you kind of hope that there's going to be some silver in amongst the cells, but really there is not much silver at all. But it's pretty. I like it. And that looks so blue. Ugh! It's not blue at all. What do I need to do, camera, to make you believe my colours? Maybe I need to get a new camera rather than my phone. But there's some pretty cells, some funky stuff, and I like it. So what happened to our capuchons, you might be asking? Oh, the ants found them. Hello, little ant. The sun's gone away. It's just affecting my white balance. Sorry. I like that one. No. Let's see how we can do this. That's a white canvas we're looking at, people, so please just bear with my colour. It's just, oh, there we go. Tiny little cells in that 1 inch diameter. No. Across the middle. Yeah, diameter. Radius is half, isn't it? And this little tiny 3/8 of an inch or 10mm earring one. It's quite funky. So there we have it, guys. 3 capuchons and a painting. I hope you have fun with us. As I said at the beginning, this was the first one of 14 that will have my patrons live with me, playing, guiding me, making silly remarks in the background. So I hope you enjoy that. If you want to join us, head on over to patreon.com/MickeyArt, and it's only $10 a month to be a patron. That will get you on this. Look, here comes the sun again. I can wave to you in the shadows. How does it get better? Although that is starting to give us a little bit more turquoise-ish look to the colours. Look at those colours, aren't they pretty? Alright, my friends. I'll just show you my little eyes again before we go. They're so cool. Look at those big bushy eyebrows. Alright, I adore you guys. Have fun. And I will see you in the very next video coming up soon. And for all of you who are subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. At recording, we had 16 to go to get to 50,000. So if you're not subscribed, please jump on, hit subscribe, and come play with us for the next video. Bye bye.